Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Quarterbacks to step up and lead.
The scene, the Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Here's Kai Forbath now to get us started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Shift together here from the D-line. Now Ryan on 2nd down. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Ben Gideon charging hard for that outside linebacker spot. He gets in to drop him for a loss of 12. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one, and let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get off on the snap, jump too quickly.
Gabriel, the man in motion. Third and long. It's Ryan. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Trust me, Brandon, I'm not about to try and take your job. I can't do what you do. But that wasn't just 3 and out. That felt like 3 and backwards.
That's exactly what it was. You can have my job whenever you want it. The drive that you're looking for, though, probably going forward. Bad start to the ball game.
Yeah, not the way to get things going.
Gabriel, the man in motion. Here we go on 4th down with Ryan. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively, they rally quickly after the broken tackle.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. To throw, Bridgewater. And an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Again, it's Cook. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Second down following the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudens. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Here's Bridgewater. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. Forbath out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So the football switching hands here in just a second. And, you know, Tom Brady, just to go off on a tangent for a second, may have lost the Super Bowl. But 3rd MVP this past season, and what he did at age 40, really something, right, Charles?
Absolutely phenomenal. Ended up beating out Todd Gurley, the running back for the Los Angeles Rams. But he would have traded it for a Super Bowl win, don't you think? How about this? The last 9 NFL MVPs to play in the Super Bowl that same season, 0-9.
Yeah.
Can't go all the way back to Kurt Warner in, 1999 where he won the double?
We were going over that stat earlier. That is hard to believe.
But he would have been the MVP had the Patriots pulled that one out.
Yeah, he still has 5 rings, though. 5 Super Bowl titles for Brady. In motion right is Jones. From the gun, it's Ryan. Connects with Sanu right side. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. On first down, Ryan. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Gabriel, the man in motion. On second down, here's Ryan. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This is Freeman on first and 10. And look out, a big hit to the shoulder pads took him right off his feet. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be a gain of 11, and it'll be third down. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Tevin Coleman, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Vikings coming out here again to take over on offense. And this is a crew, obviously, that was so close, Charles, to becoming the first ever team to play a Super Bowl in their own stadium. So disappointment in that last game against Philly. But overall, I think they've got to be pretty pleased with the season.
They have to be because they put it all together. Won the NFC North. How about that win over the Saints in the divisional round? I mean, I don't know that they'll ever top that in terms of getting something done late in the game, especially with what was on the line. They do get Dalvin Cook back at running back next year. I think they'd still like to have a little more speed at wide receiver. But all in all, this team comes back pretty well intact and will be a force for a while.
Yeah, that defense is pretty set.
Very much so. I mean, try and move the ball against their front and then try and throw it against Xavier Rhodes. Good luck to you.
A very solid gain of 27. On first and 10, Bridgewater. Flushed out right. And an alley to run. And avoids the contact by sliding. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Here's Bridgewater. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Falcons taking over on offense in just a second. And, you know, this year ended in disappointing fashion now. Last year was the ultimate version of heartbreak. But if you're a Falcon fan, this one was tough to swallow as well, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because let's be honest about it. Losing in the Super Bowl, I don't care how you lose, you were in the Super Bowl. You were playing for it all. This team was supposed to be as good or better. Ultimately ended up 10-6, found their way in the playoffs, but didn't get the deep run as they had the year before. So you're exactly right. For Falcons fans, that's a tough one. But this is a team that's built to be good for a long time.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Jones will come now in motion right. Now Ryan on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And it's second down.
I know exactly why I tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered covered. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. Caught by Sanu. And a nice gain of 21 yards. In position for the possible game winner, but they need to get up and spike it.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
On second down, Ryan. And he fires one incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And it's third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They'll run here with Freeman. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman as the first half is winding down. And the Falcons have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. CD, I want to get your thoughts on some potential free agents this offseason before we change the possession here. Now, caution, many of these guys could be re-signed, I know, but who are some of them? Kirk Cousins is one.
Yeah, we're talking about difference makers. Kirk Cousins at the quarterback position. He's going to be coveted around the league by quarterback-needy teams. Case Keenum had a big year. Could he move? But how about running backs? Le'Veon Bell, Dion Lewis, some pass catchers, Jimmy Graham, Jarvis Landry, Sammy Watkins. And about the guy who goes and gets quarterbacks, DeMarcus Lawrence had a monster year for Dallas last season.
Yeah, a lot of big names that could be out there as free agents. Trying to lay one up deep. And that is incomplete. Stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And now it's third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. And never mind, Larry. These two teams apparently anxious to get back at it. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Throwing again, Bridgewater on 2nd and 10. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards that time for number 14.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And he motions the wide receiver. To throw is Bridgewater. Being chased out left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
On 2nd down, Bridgewater again. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Bridgewater. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They're indeed going for it. Bridgewater. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Vic Beasley from his outside linebacker spot. He comes up to drop him for a loss of 10. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, add that play to his resume, Real, because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
And the 42-year-old veteran's kick is up and good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So put another 3 on the board, and all things considered, a good opening drive here to begin the 3rd quarter.
It sure was. I think as a head coach, you're happy to come out and put a little drive together, take the 3 points, and build on your lead.
Bryant now, after hitting the field goal, gets set to kick this one away. comes Minnesota. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
Factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
And the wideout in motion. Bridgewater now. Escaping the pressure right. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. Bridgewater to throw it. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. A first down throw for Bridgewater. Flush to his right. He'll find Thielen working the middle. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
His throw caught right around the 6. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
They'll run for it with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. Forbath out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, eluding the tackle. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yep.
Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. It's caught, Jones. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A phrase we said a lot last year, Ryan to Jones for a Falcon first down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Freeman again. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Here's Ryan. He finds Coleman. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Oh, look at this. Ryan's going to throw it. Flushed out right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And that takes us from second to third down. Now Ryan. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. They'll try and throw for him with Ryan. Caught by Jones. And they're able to get this one down to the 20.